hope for. Perhaps another goal would have just given an extra bit of belief, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would have going into halftime with 2 goals, giving them a big boost coming into this second 45. Could have made it a lot more exciting for us neutrals as well, and for Indonesian fans here in the stadium and out there watching along.
Here is Chanatip. Back to Jordan Vala. Back to Tiraton. Hits him up, ball across. It's just too close to Ladeo. No way that Chipchok's going to get to it. Would you say that certainly the substitutions, or at least a couple of them, would have been a reaction to what they experienced in the first half and how the Indonesians came hard at them?
Yeah, perhaps a bit of that, but also I think, I said this in the first half, for all that Indonesia did in the first 45, for all the effort, the intensity, and the enjoyable way in which they showed up here, still is just 1-0. It's still that 3-goal push for Thailand. And Mano Polking has spoken about trusting his squad and the ability of the players in there. Yeah. And he's shown it throughout this competition. And he's got quality in that Thai squad to use.
Yeah, he said that from that good result in the first leg, they feel a little more freedom today. And he said they wanted to play the way they like. No reason to change that. Didn't certainly have that freedom in that first half, but as Roshan points out, it is still the 1 goal that they have conceded.
But also I think, going back to the substitutions, when you think of Pitiwat coming on, gives them a bit more control in the middle of the park.
Yeah. It's a reassuring presence, isn't he?
That's right. And he can sit, if he needs to, he can go box to box. That's not an issue for him. You know, at times in this competition, I'll come back to that.
The ball. Well, that's really well done. Not something we see him do too much of, Ramai.
Play from the left winger, one of the front line, back to help his side out defensively. But yeah, Pitiwat can play box to box, can sit in front of that defence. At times in this competition, he's had to protect that back line.
Crowd doing everything they can to help their teams, or respective teams. And this will be watched by millions around the world as well. The imagination, region of more than 500 million people. Football mad region in Southeast Asia, and they've been treated to some superb football over the last month or so. There is Pitiwat. Chanatip. Need to really get a bit more into this game. Chanatip was quite by his standards in the first half. Oh, and Henry Malana taken out there. Witan Sulaiman, I should say.
Eric was not happy with Wiratap. The way he went in there.
He's claiming an elbow into the chest of Witan. The referee looked to be going to his pocket.
Yeah, he's booked Wiratap. Oh, it's a wild lunge from Wiratap, and it's the forearm. It looks to just have gone into the chest of Witan.
He's up fairly quickly. Wiratap is been on the pitch for 5 minutes, 6 minutes, and is in the book.
Yeah, Shin Tae-yong's trying to make
Very politely.
the case for an elbow.
He did say he wasn't expecting to be beaten by such a big margin in that first leg, Shin Tae-yong. He blamed that on the lack of experience in the squad, but he said, I don't want to dwell too much on that defeat. I want to keep encouraging the players to focus on the positives. Thailand had the perfect match. This team had not played so well. Oh, that ball just wouldn't fall to Derek Setiawan.
It was Wiraka who was just coming back in.
All the way from left back.
And you see when he does move in field, see Bodin push out wide onto the left-hand side. That's a way for them to maintain their shape, maintain their balance. And now they just hang on to the ball long enough here, Thailand, for them to again restructure. So Tiraton can move back across, and now Bodin can push on forward.
Like the ball into the path of Larabani, who drags him back. One touch there from Chatik. He's done so well. How many times have we seen him? Bodin, Hala, can he finish off? And Toko on the return, and it's on! And that substitution has made a difference. Thailand have done the things and go 5-1 in aggregate.
They deserve that goal. Thailand for the start that they've made in the second half. And the fight shown here by Janate, who just kept going and going, keeping a hold of the ball under pressure from two Indonesian players who were fighting to win it back. Kept the ball, Super Chop played it into Bodin, who was actually trying to wrap his foot around, trying to create that angle so that he could wrap his foot around it and guide it towards the far post. Couldn't quite get it out from underneath his feet. They decided to have a toe poke at it. Nadeo could only push it out into the center of the penalty box. And Adisak has come on and made a difference. And I think that should be it for Thailand in terms of the title.
His 11th goal in the AFF overall, his first in this tournament. He scored 8 in the last edition where he was the top scorer, but that one very, very important indeed. That might put to bed some of the ghosts he may have had after missing a penalty at the end of that semi-final against Malaysia, which saw the Malaysians go through in 2018. But that, as Roshan said, is probably it though. Who knows? Well, a good early start for Indonesia in the first half, and now for Thailand in the second.
Well, they've regained control of this game, Thailand.
All three of the subs have clicked. Arol, Wirata preventing the ball getting to Didik, Adisak scoring that goal, and Pitiwat in midfield controlling things.
That's right. Chantic. Look how strong he is there as well. Even though now he's just going right through the back of him.
Just going back to that goal, Russian, it's Chantic, remember, who stepped onto the ball and build up to the goal.
Right.
Incredible. Again and again, here's Bodin Fana. Turn ball to him from Super Chop. Nadeo, which is clear. Ramai can't clear the ball himself. It's an own goal! And they've got the lead here. Delight now for Nanapoki, who surely must believe, as do the Taipans. That is it.
Well, Indonesian dream, well and truly crushed here by Thailand. Bodin, what an impact on his left-hand side. Fighting for it first to these second balls, and it's unfortunate. I think Nadeo would have had that covered. There wasn't too much pace on that shot. But excellent work by Superchok to set this one up. And Asnawi sliding that one into the back of his own net. You know, there's been a bit of drama around Asnawi in his reaction to Faris Ramli's penalty that was saved. They could have given a free kick for that, but decided to play it on. Shot from Saraj going into the back of the net via Asnawi.
No goal from Asnawi. I think that shot from Saraj could well have, awarding it to Saraj. That would have been off target. Either way, it was covered by Nadeo and came off Asnawi. And that looks like it will be it, you would think. 6-1 now is the aggregate score. And the response is to bring on another striker, Anis, and one of the players of the tournament for Indonesia, Irfan Jaya. What or who will they sacrifice? Could be like for Didik and Anis. Right, Ramai also have to make way. Well, it's very loud and celebratory in the blue part of the stadium, as you can imagine. Celebrations have certainly started. Brilliant to see. So it is indeed Hannes coming on for Didik Setiawan. And Ramai makes way for Irfan. That's between those two, they tend to flip with each other. But Irfan is an explosive player himself. And he gets you goals.
Yeah, he does. And he's been a good contributor for Indonesia in terms of his attacking output. Irfan Jaya, Petiwat, coming across and showing his power and strength. It's won back well by Witan Sulaiman.
Is that a foul? Was that a foul? Irfan can't believe it.
I'm not quite sure it was enough for a penalty. They give it a clever pass in behind Kritsada, but then arm across. Perhaps on the referee on Monday. We've seen that arm across and felt that Irfan Jaya was being taken down by Kritsada.
You always run that risk, don't you? When you place your hands on the opposition. Here's Ricky Kambuaya. Nice little touch on to Witan Sulaiman. Easy. Surak. And there's a big roar of approval there from Surak, who will probably be the most happy and relieved person in the stadium, Rushan.
Yeah. I was going to say his teammates bailed him out, but I mean, even if he's conceded that one, he still had that cushion.
Offside there for Adisak. What a devastating couple of minutes that was for Thailand.
Yeah, I mean, this has just shown the ability to go up a gear, I think, if they need to. The changes that were made in terms of the personnel, but also just that sudden change in the tempo of their play with the ball. The fact that Indonesia, I think, had just dropped off at the start of the second half and gave Thailand the time to get the passing rhythm going. It was back to that pass and move. And some wonderful movement off the ball. And then the finishing has been clinical. Fortunate at times, sure, but still they've got the job done.
Lovely work down that left-hand side. Here's Pertama Arhan. Looking to get that into the path of Hannes.
This guy is a rock. He's been an absolute rock at the back for Thailand. Kritsada. Pertama gets his head up looking for Hannes. The 6-yard box. And Kritsada's there. reads danger early. Couple of quick steps across to cut out that attempted pass from Pratama into Hannes.
Hannes would have in good position there to have scored his first ever goal for Indonesia in his fourth appearance. The youngster, 22 years of age, as with so many of these players. Not that far away. Another player who has impressed. Alfayandra.
Changing the corner routine up there with Pratama Arhan, receiving pass from Irfan Jaya. Like how Alfayandra just looks to run onto this. Lucky.
Alfayandra plays like a grizzled veteran. He's 20 years old.
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the big differences between one of people look at say Indonesia headed towards another AFF Cup final defeat, the sixth in the history as a nation in this competition. But the difference I think between this side and perhaps previous sides is that it's a very young team across the board.
Yeah.
They're only going to sort of grow together as a generation, as a team, and I hope they're allowed to do that. I really hope they're allowed to do that.
They shouldn't, by any stretch, be looked at as a failure. Leaning backwards, Hannes.
And getting bodies into the box. Expecting a situation like this as Egi heads it back into Hannes. He's off balance as he hit that. Well, just an unbalanced Kutiwat. Could have balanced himself before that shot at goal.
Sandanga, the most shots final today. Here's Egi, foul on him. Now Kutiwat. Quickly shuts his opponent.
You just hope, as I said earlier, that this Indonesian side are allowed to develop together, grow together over the next few years, and that Young is given a chance to do his job properly. You know, Southeast Asian football needs a strong Indonesian national team. I think the more you have the likes of Thailand, you have Vietnam now who've stepped up to the plate and challenging the big boys in Asia. The more you have competitive teams, and you hope that Indonesia can join in that. Malaysia trying to step up to that level. The more you can have these teams competitive of a similar sort of level, that helps to generally grow the game in the region as well.
Here comes Thailand. It's quite the run, isn't it, there, from Supertop. Back to this track, so it'll be a corner. Asnawi quickly puts it there in the quadrant.
Body again, wonderful skill. Bit of trickery. Asnawi, eyes on the ball all the way. Intense, focused. Makes a good tackle.
He wasn't one that was nailing down a regular starting place in this lineup. Gordon Fala. He certainly grabbed this opportunity. Short one to Chanatip. He can still go for that top scorer award. Here's Wiratap. Dropping. What that goal, of course, has done, Roshan, with about, it came with about half an hour or so more to go. Kind of killed it off, didn't it? Really, that it's difficult, isn't it, for the Indonesians after this? It's a sucker punch.
It is. But it's a credit to Thailand how they responded. I mean, no, I don't think it was the best of first halves, but again, they were only a goal down on the night, 3 up. on aggregate. But the second half response, the changes that they made, the control that they've now asserted on the game, they've regained that element of dominance, the element of control. It's put them in such a good position.
They might be hungry for a few more. Back to the Thai skipper. Now Sada. How will they play out this next 25 minutes or so? Thais. Now Super Chop. Narrowbutton getting in on the act. Gordon goes down, play continues. Indonesia giving away. They're boxed in at the moment.
Yeah, they can't get out. Just the control from Thailand. They've got bodies around. Every time they lose the ball, players are in close contact with each other, nice close connections to link those passes, and when they lose it, they can press together as well. Saraj busy in the centre of the park, linking those passes together. Here he is involved again. He's gone from left to right, back in through the middle board, and this is how they've moved Indonesia around.
Trying to take a shot, blocked by Fakudin.
They lose it, they pressed and won it back. It's Chanatev who pounced on that loose ball, that loose pass from Indonesia.
Oh, he's ridden out one challenge, Chanatev.
Can't touch them at the moment.
Good to see another player who's been on the fringes here, Sivakorn, about to come on. Roller, who's actually been very, very good, hasn't he? Whenever he's had the opportunity.
Sarge has had a very good second half, being that connector in midfield. Decided to sit in the middle of that back three, take a bit of a breather.
Slip through, Narubadin. Who's going to get there a bit? That shot from Chanatev is blocked. He's got a big smile on his face, hasn't he? Monopolking. And now that change to be made.
Yeah, they want this opportunity so well again. In possession, patient, until the key moment, until the key pass, until they find that breakthrough in behind. Crying out for that cutback. The defence had dropped off. Almost invented a new word there, dropping off. It dropped off onto the edge of the 6-yard line.
85% passing accuracy. Chanatev's had more touches in the second half. He certainly got more involved, and I think this is where Roller rather play Roshan a bit further up the pitch. Very offensively minded player, isn't he? Can't be easy if you're Asnawi now. You've got Tiraton and Roller, but it might just also allow Roller to run. Tiraton's going infield again a little bit.
There you go, fast move, next connection. Players moving into spaces, so the options for the play on the ball and the composure being shown. Challenges coming in, they're being put under pressure, but they're hanging on to it. Thailand, and they played their way out of this press incredibly well again.
Beautiful space that Chanatev was in. Ball up to Super Chop. Waits for Adisak, but it's going to go to Narubadin. Super Chop. Chanatev. Last ditch from Asnawi. Here's Roller. Just come on. Player from Port. Born in Munich. Moved to Thailand, 2017. Tiraton is brought down now.
They're frustrated now, the Indonesian players. And Tiraton, he saw that challenge coming from a mile away. He knew it was coming. Just took the contact. That's experience from Tiraton. See, he's got his head out. He knows the challenge coming, release, and he just jumps. Gets himself out of danger's way, out of harm's way, but still takes the contact. Chanatip wasn't happy. And I think Chanatip's been given a yellow card as well. For his part in that, running over to have a word with the referee. You can't believe it.
He's not happy with that decision. So both skippers have gone into the book. Clever play there from Tiraton. So a change that we've seen very often. One of the most senior players in the squad, Evan Dimas, replaces Rahmat Irianto, who, like his father now, it would look like both of them have unfortunately lost in the Suzuki Cup final against Thailand. Back to Kritsada. There's confirmation of that booking on Chanatip. Adisak Raison. Now Narubadin. Oh, almost, wasn't it? Adisak. Thailand look hungry for more. Wirata. 64%. Now they've certainly asserted themselves a lot more in the second half, and a big credit there to the changes that Manu Hawking made, just to make sure that they could enough the momentum. But not only that, they have gone on to score 2 goals. One has gone over to that right hand side for a bit. We talked about this youthful side, Roshan. Are we thinking now the next Suzuki Cup or the one after, this is when they really come into their own, Indonesia?
Well, I think they'll certainly be favourites, one of the favourites for the under-23, the AFF under-23 championships that's coming up very soon.
Most of the bulk of this team, wouldn't it?
Most of the squad will be involved in that competition.
Yeah.
And they can take these experiences along with them into that campaign. I mean, Thailand and Vietnam not going anywhere. The challenge is for Indonesia now to rise up to that level. You'd expect Malaysia coming strong in the next campaign as well. Perhaps having more of a stronger squad they were able to call up for the next campaign. Singapore on the side potentially on that. Philippines maybe with a bit more preparation time, and again being able to call up a stronger squad will be another team that will be a huge threat. So there's been a lot of issues around some of the teams in terms of the preparations coming into this.
Here's Roller going strong. No choice but to put it out of play. He's been the veteran of the side, shall we say. And
that's what Roller gives you. pace, energy in the wider positions. It's a lot of fun. Roller.
Came into this tournament late, flew in from Germany. He's been very much on the ball whenever he's taken to the pitch. There the fans, you saw a little shot of them there. The Thai fans are certainly having a real blast. There you go, a great view of them. Here's Tiraton. Sada now joining the party. Stands the ball up. Almost away. Tiraton having a go.
And they're just all over Indonesia at the moment. They're picking up these second balls, these loose balls. And Kritsada has got comfortable enough that he can get forward and join in these attacks. Just one back by Thailand. Tiraton deciding, that's opened up for me, why not have a shot at goal?
Touch on there from Chalatin. So aware, isn't he? Adisak. Waiting for Narabudin to make that run, and here he is. They have fitted so seamlessly in this squad whenever they're called upon. And it's been so good to watch.
You can identify the style with Thailand, whether it's the team of the second 11, whoever comes in, they know exactly what their roles are, what they're supposed to do, which positions they're supposed to occupy, and that's great coaching. That's great coaching. And I mean, credit to the players as well for being able to take that on board and adapting to that.
The interesting thing that's come out, Roshan, in the last couple of days is that he's only contracted Manapoki till the end of this tournament, and he said there have been no talks for now, because of course they're totally focused on finishing this job here. But he has said this, which is quite interesting. He said, of course, if you look at the number of touches there, Tiraton was that the most. As Indonesia come forward and a well-taken goal from Egy Maulana out of the blue. And they're level on the night here, Indonesia, and it's something for the fans at least.
That's a really good finish from Egy. What he does here well is he just drops off a little bit, drags Wiratap along with him for spinning in behind. That lovely, clever pass into him by Witan. That's a great finish from that angle and from that distance. To find the far post,
this will give us the best view.
There we go, Witan. Turn, chipped it in behind, and I didn't expect him to score from there. Goes through the legs of Tiraton, who's looking at Siwarak thinking, come on, what's going on? Listen, it's a really good finish from Egy.
Second goal in this tournament, scored one against Singapore.
I think Siwarak reacts a little bit too late to that shot. And perhaps he's been so comfortable at the back in that goalkeeping position. I'm not sure he's had many touches of the ball in the second half. But he just switched off. It's not been the best of matches for Siwarak. Best of outings for Siwarak.
Yeah, could have perhaps done better from that angle, that distance. You'd have thought would have been favourite.
Can they at least go on and try and win it on the night?
Yeah, that would give them something, wouldn't it, to hold on to, but I think they've certainly done themselves proud tonight. Here is Hannes. Straight to Kritsada. Let's just going back to that point I was making about Manu Poking, and he said we want to stay the #1 nation in Southeast Asia, so it's important to have continuity. Hint, hint. And he said he hopes to be part of that because he sees a great future with this side. And he said the success has come down to the players. They've done an unbelievable job. So he's crediting a lot of the players, but I think he's got to take a fair bit of that credit too. It's given them belief again because they had a very poor World Cup qualifying campaign by their standards.
That's right, yeah. So now with his final warning. Referee trying his best to send anyone off. I think he's made the right call just to have a word with Asnawi. I think that's a legitimate challenge to try and win the ball back. I think
we should also add, Roshan, for these 2 legs of the final, the officiating has been absolutely fine.
Yes, it has been. It has been fine. And I think second leg of Thailand-Vietnam as well was good. Was really good. Sarat concern here is feeling his hamstring.
Might be it for him. Still have one more change to make if they want.
There's no point risking it. There's no point risking it. I mean, the Thais already won.
Yeah, you think, as we look at this goal now, the one that Sarach scored, I thought this was going out of play, Roshan. Perhaps you can...
Looked like it could have been just going out of play. Nadir would have had it covered. If it's going out of play, and it's not on target, then it's an own goal for Asnawi.
This is what I thought it might have been, but we'll be generous right now.
Listen, I don't have an issue with him being awarded that goal. I think he's been very good for Thailand. Been the connector in the middle of the park for them. And this is really great to see.
Yes.
Chenpop getting an opportunity.
If I'm not mistaken, I think he's the only player in their squad who has not had any game time. And I'd like to think he would have got some time anyway. But he gets to have some minutes here. We're seeing Shahiran Abimanyu as well, one of their overseas contingent, plays for JDT, coming on for Indonesia. And he'll come on. It looks like Alfreanda Devanga. Oh no, he's going to come on for Anis. So Anis was only on for a short while.
He's picked up an injury.
Yeah. Let's tell you about these 2 players that have just come on. Shahiran, as I mentioned, plays for JDT, 22 years of age, another youngster for his 8th cap. Very, very sparingly used in this tournament. Indonesia, can they push for a third and get that win in these final few minutes? Here comes Chanate, he'd like another goal, wouldn't he? Could he snag both the MVP and top scorer award? Pop, 25 years of age. Finally coming on. Debut as well for his country. So special moment for him. Nice way to come on in the AFF Suzuki Cup final. There's Irfan.
Great story, Jane Pop as well. Someone has had to work his way back up to the top level in Thai football. Many times players, you know, they're regarded as quite prospects, losing their way along the way, and then for him to work as hard as he has, get this call up into the national side, and now we're making an appearance in the AFF Suzuki Cup 2020 final. It's a nice little reward for him.
Just wanted that to fall for him.
Strength there between Witan and Pitiwat. Both players going shoulder to shoulder.
Done well there, Irfan. He's still going. Oh, it's a real push here for the Thais. But Philip Roller. Oh, heavy touch from him.
We're almost there now, Thailand. Sevan Dimas looks to try and get something going.
Asnawi. Flag has gone up for offside on the Indonesian skipper.
Just to give it go. Unfortunate there, Asnawi. He's a wonderful footballer, Asnawi. He's just going to get better and better as he gains that experience. He's got all the right tools. Incredible fighting spirit, great heart. Gets up and down that right-hand side.
4 minutes left in this match. Here comes Philip Roller. He's been switching between left and right. Been a real live wire. Chanatip. Now Arisa. Here's Roller. Chanatip. Cleared away. Ricky Kumbuaya has got no support in the box, but he's done well here. Kumbuaya! Referee! There's no point to the penalty. For a second. For a millisecond.
He fooled us there, didn't he, referee?
I thought so.
I thought he was looking to point to the spot. Kambuaya again, I mean, I think he's been outstanding. Indonesia's best player. He throws himself to the floor in a desperate attempt to win a penalty. But I'm joking, of course. I would have just given it to him just for his efforts tonight.
We are well and truly into added time here. Stick around if you can, of course, for the presentation.
How about that for Wiratep as well? Adding ball-playing central defender to his CV. You know, there are lots of ways to win football matches, but Thailand have done it the best way. The most enjoyable way to watch. It's been a lot of fun. how they control and dominate matches, how good the players are, technically and tactically. They might add another one here.
Oh, and that isn't all that far away, is it? That is suck.
They've found a wonderful balance in the team, the positions that they take up, these players, and the team structure, the team shape that they've got. Obviously, the players' individual quality making a massive difference. Was an arm left behind from Teroton. Referees.
Necessary. A little bit ugly at the end of this match. Teroton's been told to get back, and a yellow card given quickly by the referee.
Referee quick on the scene. Show Teroton the yellow card. There's an arm thrown out the face of Fegi. Still having an argument, Fegi and Teroton.
Final chance perhaps for Indonesia. Try and get that third. Not that it would change anything overall. There is a foul in the process, and that will most likely be it.
Mano's already getting ready to celebrate. He's got what's up on along with him. Arms outstretched. It looked like his lucky outfit. His black shirt, sleeves rolled up, tucked into his jeans.
And clean underwear.
And his same underwear, but clean underwear.
Yes.
His dry cleaners have been working all the time. But it's Thailand here, Shazan.
And there you have it. A record-extending 6th AFF Suzuki Cup for Thailand. They have proved too strong over 2 legs. 4 6-time losers in the final, Indonesia, who gave it absolutely everything today, but fell short in 2 minutes where as many goals were scored. Thailand, deserving winners, Rich Rai.
As I said, many ways to win a football match, many ways to win a tournament, but Thailand's way has been absolutely the best way. It has been so enjoyable to watch them. They've controlled everything since the start. They've controlled matches, the way they've set themselves up, the quality that they've shown. Technically, tactically, it's been a brilliant watch and it's been wonderful to analyse. And it's a deserved, really deserved title for Thailand. Back on top, kings of ASEAN, kings of Southeast Asia, kings of the AFF Suzuki Cup. On to bigger and better things now. And it's good to see Thailand sort of back up there. You know, after the last couple of years, it's not been going too great for them on the international stage. Mano Polking, you mentioned that perhaps his contract's not quite sorted yet. I don't see why.
Get that man a contract.
Get it done.
Absolutely.
Famous words in the world of punditry, right? Get down that contract, let him write whatever he wants on it. I actually think that he won't let us down, Mano Polking, in terms of that comment.
Adisak has done his part, hasn't he? Got the all-important equaliser just to kill things off a little bit. This team returned to the top of the tree. And they've shown, having been stung really in the last couple of years since the 2018 AFF, where they didn't have all their star players here, that they are kings of Southeast Asia once again. The final score here at the National Stadium is Thailand 2, Indonesia 2. On aggregate, they win 6-2 and take back a 6th AFF Suzuki Cup. So as we await the prize-giving ceremony, the stage being set up there on the National Stadium pitch, as you can clearly see. We look back at what has been a superb tournament from start to finish, twice postponed. As we see Egi Maulana there, who flew in a little bit later than he would have wanted. But he had to complete his league obligations. We're giving the Man of the Match award out very soon indeed. We'll get that sorted out, but they're celebrating at the moment, the Thais. But having it, first of all, Russia, in a centralised venue. Of course, from a COVID point of view, they had to do it. The Thais have had their league go on, haven't they? And they just cut it short. Not too long ago, Manupokeng didn't have that much time with the side, but they've come in and they've prospered in this bubble that we've had to create for this tournament.
They have. I think the benefit of Manu coming in is that he's worked in Thailand for a long time. He's very familiar with the players. He knows all of them. He knows the culture. He understands it very well, and that's crucial. That's vital for a foreign coach coming in to understand the culture that you're getting immersed in, and to find a way of working with it. And he's done incredibly well, and it's paid dividends for them in the competition. So we see the Man of the Match award for Ricky Kambuaya, another one I'm happy with.
Yes,
another one I'm happy with. It's a deserved one for Ricky Kambuaya. I think he's been Indonesia's best player. It's unfortunate he was on the unfortunate for him and for Indonesian fans, he was on the losing end. Not on the night, but on aggregate.
So those are your stats, and Thailand really managing to exert far more control in the second half.
Second half was a lot better from Thailand. The way they just controlled and dominated this game. Just a sign of how good a side they are, that they could go up a couple of gears and say, we're going to control this one, we're going to dominate this one, and they did.
Indonesia, they're going over to their fans, who've been brilliant throughout, and you know, the word, I think you and I have said it a number of times, that this team needs patience, this needs time. Let them grow, let them flourish.
Absolutely. And without any unnecessary interference, let the team grow, let the younger players go out and develop and try and challenge themselves in other leagues, higher level leagues. It's been a really good positive campaign for Indonesia and the national side. It's a very young team, very young squad. Shin Tae-yong's a highly experienced head coach, knows what he wants out of his team, knows how he wants them to be playing, and I think they've made their fans very happy.
Let's now hear from the winning coach, Manupokeng of Thailand.
Coach, you joined the team not too long ago. How impressed are you with your players over the tournament?
Yeah, I must say they did a fantastic job. I think we play an almost perfect tournament from the beginning. The effort that they put in, the quality of the players, the way they were professional in the right moments. We rotate a lot, they always step in with the same quality. Today we knew would be a little bit psychology difficult. We concede a goal, we keep calm, they come back, they score the 2 goals. Of course we concede another one, but again we construct that win in the first game with a great 4-0 performance, and I am so proud of these players, and of course I am really happy. I hope we gave Thailand a very nice New Year gift and make the people happy, because it's not an easy year with COVID and everything, and I think sometimes football can help to just make the people forget a little bit about the problems, and they are cheering us, supporting us, and we are just, again, so happy that we could make it.
And from your personal point, who has impressed you most in the tournament from Thailand? From your personal point of view, which player has impressed you the most?
Yeah.
From your personal view, which player has impressed you the most?
Yes. I would say again, of course, players like Chanatip, Tiraton, Tirasil, we know that, we know the quality. They are already in the business, well known from everyone, and they are the ones that decide the games in important moments. I don't like to take always one player, but if I can tell you, I believe what Chris Sada did in this tournament for me was the biggest achievement as an individual, because he was not playing in that position in his club. He stepped in as a center back, was winning all the challenge, quality with the ball to build up. That is our style. So I must say that he impressed me a lot. But again, I think that is a victory of a team that really worked very hard from the first day, and today got the trophy back to Thailand, where we want to keep it for a very long time.
Thank you very much, and congratulations.
You're welcome.
Lovely thoughts there. He just is an infectious, happy kind of guy, isn't he, Rushan? You've spent some time talking to him as well, and there's the team manager, Manapang, being feted by her players.
Yeah, I think it was really great to hear from Mano Polking and what he had to say there when he was asked about who stood out for him as Thailand's MVP, and all the names rolling off his tongue. Chanatip, Tirasin, Tiraton, everyone showing their quality, but Kritsada being the man. And I think that's a player that we picked out as well during the game. And he's absolutely right to praise Kritsada. That young man is going to be a massive player for Thailand for years to come.
Big smile there from Chanatip Songkrasin. Rushan, if you did not know anything about ASEAN football or did not follow any of his teams, you wouldn't know that Kritsada is not a natural centre-back.
No, you wouldn't. If you're just tuning in for the first time, if you don't know that he actually is a central midfielder or defensive midfielder.
What's that theory you have again?
It's easier for central midfielders to play, or defensive midfielders to play at centre-back than it is for central defenders to play in midfield. They can't do it, I'm telling you. But look, let's go back to these players and the effort that they've put in. And Mano Polking again in that interview saying he thought they played it brilliantly throughout the tournament, throughout the competition. And he's right. He's absolutely right. And I said it, they've been the best team to watch in this AFF Suzuki Cup.
Yeah, they've shown great attacking ability and defensive solidity. And now let's hear from the man of the moment, the captain of Thailand, Chanatip Songkrasin.
เจนัดสุดท้ายเรียบร้อยเราภารกิจทวงแชมป์ได้สำเร็จมีอะไรพูดกับแฟนบอลชาวไทยครับก็แน่นอนว่าก็ต้องขอบคุณแฟนบอลชาวไทยทุกท่านนะครับที่ให้กำลังใจพวกเราตลอดระยะเวลา1 เดือนมันก็เป็นของขวัญปีใหม่ที่น่าจะดีที่สุดสำหรับปีนี้ที่ผ่านมานะครับแต่ก่อนอื่นว่าผมต้องขอบคุณสตาฟโค้ชผู้จัดการทีมแล้วก็รวมถึงคิสแมนด้วยแล้วก็รวมถึงเพื่อนๆในทีมวันนี้เรามีการสูญเสียคุณพ่อพี่ตองด้วยครับแล้วก็พี่บอยชัดชัยเจ็บทอมเจ็บเอเลียสเจ็บแน่นอนว่าทุกคนที่มาเล่นที่นี่พร้อมช่วยชาติเล่นเพื่อครอบครัวเล่นเพื่อคนที่เรารักแล้วก็พวกเราสามารถทำได้ครับก็ต้องขอบคุณทุกคนที่ทุกคนมีความเกี่ยวข้องพวกเราทำได้แต่พวกเราจะไม่หยุดพัฒนาเพราะเราต้องมองไปให้ไกลกว่านี้ครับขอบคุณครับ
What a tournament he's had, Rushan. Chanatip Songkrasin, he didn't play in the last one in 2018. He was the preceding MVP for the other 2 tournaments. As the Thai fans celebrate there. We'll talk about Chanatip in a short while. We're going to get the Korean perspective, the Indonesian perspective from their Korean coach, Shin Tae-yong, who was trying to be as positive as possible before this, and it'll be interesting to hear what he has to say at the end of it all.
Coach, you topped your group, you got into the final, and now you've had a very courageous final as well. What's the overall assessment of your team?
지금 조 1위로 통과하시고 지금 이렇게 결승전 올라와서 경기를 잘하셨는데 전체적인 우리 팀에 대한 평가, 이 토너먼트를 하시면서 저희 팀에 대한 평가 한번 부탁드립니다. 잘 아시다시피 우리 선수들이 아직 어리고 젊기 때문에 가장 부족했던 경험이 가장 부족했다고 생각하고 마지막 파이널 1차전에서 그 경험이 부족했던 것이 너무나 현실이 드러났고 그렇지만 2차전에 우리 선수들이 남들 최선을 다했던 모습 지금 우리 선수들 성장하고 있는 모습이 너무 좋았기 때문에 이런 큰 대회에서 우리 선수들이 한 발 한 발 다가가고 있고 나가고 있는 모습이 너무 좋았다. 전체적으로 경험과 패기가 우선 최고 좋아지고 있는 모습이 이번 토너먼트에서 우리가 수학이라고 할 수 있다 생각합니다. As you are most probably as you are aware, our squad is still very young. But then, because of the fact that we are young, the experience was something that was lacking on the squad. But then there was I could see the passion that our young boys had throughout the tournament, and then it was something I was happy to see in our boys that they could go on even when they had difficulties ahead of themselves. So all in all, throughout the tournament, experience is something that we definitely regained, and also I could reconfirm the passion that the boys had to move forward. So that's positive.
You spoke about the passion. Now looking ahead to the AFF Under 23, do you think you guys are favorites to win this competition now?
지금 AFF 23세 대회가 기다리고 있는데요. 지금 감독님이 열정에 대해서 얘기를 하셨는데 이기실 것인지 우승하실 것인지.
우리가 지금 우리 23세 선수들이 지금 대표팀의 20세, 23세 어린 선수들이 기둥이다 보니까 이런 경험을 쌓기 위해서라도 나가서 좋은 경기를 해야 된다. 그리고 그런 시합에 나가서 우승이란 것을 못 따고 나면 선수들이 훨씬 더 자신감 붙기 때문에 우승할 수 있도록 우리도 준비 잘 할 것이다.
The backbone of our team, as you've seen clearly throughout the tournament, is mostly under 20, under 22, under 23 young players. So an opportunity like that for us to be participating in a tournament, I'm sure that if we do well in the tournament, I'm sure that even further development of our football is waiting for us in the future.
Thank you very much and well played.
Thank you.
Yep, it's about the future, isn't it, for this Indonesian side, as has been noted, as we see there the team manager taking it all in, Madam Pang. And now Manu Polking is going to get thrown up in the air with his favourite kit on. I could just see the affection they have for him.
Yeah, he's a popular guy. And you heard it from Chanatip in his interview earlier as well. He was thanking Manu Polking for his role, the role that he's played, the success of this Thai team in this competition. Lots of smiles. They deserve to be smiling. They deserve to be enjoying themselves. And this man here as well, you know, he's had lots of critics come at him for his time in Thailand with Bangkok United and perhaps not being able to lead them to a title. This will shut lots of critics up, I think, you know, stepping in with not really that much time coming into this campaign and not just winning it, but winning it in a wonderful fashion, a really enjoyable style.
Could be one of those quiz questions, isn't it? Which manager has won more international titles than he had at club level, and only having managed for a few months, he's won on his first go at anything. This was his first international stint. Brilliant for him.
You know, he spoke about how important this competition is, how important winning it is, and it gives you time, and instantly you become a hero. And you know that's what he will be back over. But here's a look at the goal that kicked things off. Ricky Kambuaya, first of all, was keeping it on target. It was a mistake from Siwarak, but a really encouraging start from Indonesia. And for the neutrals watching this one, we thought Indonesia would just be giving us something to get excited about, but Thailand exerted their control and the dominance. The goal there from Adisak, and then here from Saraj, going into the back of the net, off a deflection of Asnawi. And then this is a really good finish from Egy Maulana. Hence 2-all on the night. 6-2.
6-2 on aggregate. It is the biggest win by any team, any country in the AFF Suzuki Cup over 2 legs. Biggest aggregate win.
6 goals for this sixth title.
Yeah, a lot of sixes in this 6th time that Indonesia have not won. And there's a number 6, Saraj Yuyan, who's also up and about now. He had that injury a little bit earlier on. As they now await the prize ceremony, which everything looks to be pretty much ready to go here at the National Stadium. Thailand now looking to try and qualify for the Asian Cup, Roshan, and that's their next big gig, as it were.
It has to be about progression. It has to be about taking that next step. Yes, regional champions, kings of Southeast Asia again, but it cannot and should not end here. There needs to be a progression in their play, and needs to be a progression in their level, and that's where they'll see themselves at. You know, getting back amongst the elite of Asian football, and
that's where they see themselves, aren't they?
And that's the challenge. That's the key. They're trying to take that next step, trying to move up to that level.
Even Chanatit made the mention of it, that he was at Thais still struggling a little bit beyond Southeast Asia, and now smiles, and it's good to see from the Indonesians.
It has been a very good performance from the Indonesians. It's been an enjoyable campaign for them, and I mean, they deserve to smile. They do. It's a young team, a young squad. They've got a big bright future ahead of them if they get things right. You know, if they aren't distracted, if the development isn't interfered with, they can get players overseas. Lots of ifs coming up, but the talent is there, the squad is there. They have players capable of making that next step up in the development and carrying the team forward. And they've got a really good head coach in Shin Tae-yong, who's very experienced. So, I mean, let's see what the future holds, but the signs are really bright for Indonesia.
Yeah, it's got another couple of years on his contract at the moment, Shin Tae-yong. Supposedly the best paid coach in the region as well. As we see the VIPs now line up as we start to give those awards out. All, of course, nicely spaced out.